Hello everyone, welcome back. I want to talk a little bit today about heaven, as I call it the next dimension, or the other side. It's also referred to as Summerland quite a bit, but for me personally, whenever Spirit talks about heaven, to me they say here in this dimension, and they've said this to me from a young child, even before I understood what dimension was, or what the word truly meant. But they always say to me here in this dimension. I also refer to it as the parallel universe, and I'm sure you've heard that expression as well. People often ask me, what do they do over there? Especially parents who have lost children. They say, well, what are they doing if the child was 5 years old or 12 years old or 17 years old? I can't tell you exactly what it's like over there. I can only share with you what Spirit has shared with me and what Spirit has spoken to me about when they talk about the dimension where they reside. And they tell me that it's a beautiful place. From a young child, they always said to me, I live on a mountaintop in Effort, Pennsylvania. I love the ocean. I grew up as a child at the Jersey Shore in Normandy Beach, New Jersey. So I love the ocean. I feel most at home when I'm close to the ocean. It's the thing that really feeds my soul to walk next to that ocean. I just love it. We have a little place down there that we bought a few years ago, and every time I go down there, as soon as I cross that bridge and go through the toll and get off my exit, my heart and soul just begins to feel the peace like I don't feel any place like I feel when I go there. So it's very near and dear to my heart. And they would always say to me from a young child, because I would spend my summers there, and the rest of the time I always lived in the country. And my husband and I moved here about 14 years ago. So we moved from the country in northern Jersey to the country here when my husband retired. And they always say to me, when you come here, Gloria, you will have your ocean. And that was always their way of telling me that when I reside on the other side, I will have my oceanfront home. I don't have an oceanfront home. I have a little cottage in Brick, New Jersey, and I love it because I know that the ocean is right down the road. Okay, so they tell me that I'll have my ocean. They also always said to me when talking about other spirit energies that are with them, other loved ones, that whatever their love was when they were on the earth plane, their love was on the other side. Of course, something that's within God's love and light. Nature is a gift from God. The ocean is a gift from God. I always remember watching an interview one time given by Goldie Hawn, and she talked about becoming a wonderful movie star, a great movie star, and how people admired her. And one time she was talking about this, walking along the ocean, walking on the beach with her father next to the ocean. And her father stopped her and said, look out. And he made her look out at the ocean. He said, whenever you think you're too big, you look out at that ocean and you remember the one who created that. That's the one who's great and big. Something, I'm sure I don't have the words exactly right, but it kind of brought her back to reality that, no matter what we do in this life, no matter what we achieve or what we accomplish in this life, there's always one. We always have to go back to that one divine being, that greater being that created this ocean and gave us the talents and the abilities that we have. I remember when my son Bill, who was born with a very rare type of congenital heart disease, my one grandmother, my father's mother said to me, I don't think you should have him operated on. I think you should just, leave him alone and ask God to heal him and believe that God will heal him. But I am a firm believer, and I know that God gives many gifts to different individuals, and the gift of a surgeon's hands is a tremendous gift from God. So, I trusted God to lead me to the right people, to the right doctors, and to the right surgeon, the right hospital, and God did. So, we can't be foolish. I understand that God can do anything, but we have to, God helps those that help themselves. So we have to be smart about the choices that we make in this lifetime. We have to be smart. Okay, so just a little bit today, I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about that, and make sure that you always when you're doing anything in life, that you stay focused and you stay centered, and that you understand that when we go to the other side, there's nobody here on the earth plane that can tell you exactly what it's like in heaven on the other side, in the next dimension, in the parallel universe. But I know it's a place of beauty. I believe what sacred scripture says, because Jesus himself said that there were many mansions. I believe that we live in love units. There is no physical body. So If you have two husbands or two wives that you love very much and you question over which one you'll be with, you'll be with both. We live in love family units on the other side. So whoever we loved on this side of the veil, we will certainly love and be with on the other side of the veil. Okay? I do believe in reincarnation to a point. I believe it's a choice, and I'll talk about that. Maybe on my next airing, I'll go into a little bit about reincarnation and my beliefs and my knowledge and what I've learned from Spirit. I'll share that with you. But until then, please know that where your loved ones reside is a beautiful, peace-filled, wonderful place. Whatever they loved in this life, they have on the other side. They're not suffering in any way. They're eternally happy and live in God's love and light, which is where I will leave you today, always in God's love and light.